and how they talk.
Monsters
Inc.
Okay, but
yeah, but
there's a sequel that's
book.
called something that she wrote. It's a play that's the sequel. That's like Harry's like working at the Ministry of Magic, and he's
cool
a dad now.
Haha, J.K. Rowling. That's what
J.K. Lolling. Yeah.
J.K. Lolling.
But yeah, I thought that was cool.
I don't know. I've never read a Harry Potter book, actually.
Oh my god.
At all?
At all.
I'll never forget when I was in 7th grade. This dates me, I'd say.
Yeah.
Our librarian, we would have to like go to the library once a week for like an hour.
Yeah.
And she would often like read to us bits from like popular
Yeah.
like literary things
Yeah.
at the time. And she started the Harry Potter book. And everyone in my class was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's about the same time I
Yeah.
was in school.
And I mean...
And that was the first time you were ever exposed to it?
I mean, it was like right when it had come out, too. Like, the sequel hadn't even come out. So it was right when...
Oh, yeah, I got it. I got the
Stone.
book before the movie came out, for sure.
Yeah, but you know, I didn't...
Well, everyone did, because the book came out and everyone was like...
Not everyone did.
This fucking off. Well, it's not... Okay, what I'm trying to say is the book came out...
You didn't?
I'm trying to say that the book came out and anyone's idea of making a movie about something that didn't previously exist is obviously out of their minds.
Well, but I'm saying not everyone had read it by then.
I know.
Or they were older.
Yeah.
Then I feel like the main... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't read any of the books after the first one until all 7 had come out. Because I was sort of like... I was like that sort of super nerd that thought it wasn't nerdy enough. Like, it wasn't pure fantasy
Then it became
enough.
the most popular thing. You're like, no, okay, it's cool.
And so once all the books came out, I decided, like, okay, I'm just going to read them. Mm-hmm. And I got so hooked, I didn't do anything for 2 weeks other than read Harry Potter, and I read all of them.
Damn.
My friends wondered what happened to me. I almost failed out of college.
Oh my God.
College.
I didn't do any work. I just stopped.
You can't fail college.
Holy
if you don't
shit,
do it for
shut
2
the
weeks.
fuck up.
Well, yeah, if you
You
don't
almost
go to
failed
class,
college.
Oh, you didn't go to class. Okay.
Yeah, I was going like
Jesus. You could have just took the book to class.
I
and
would
not paid
figure
attention.
out what libraries had the next book because I would finish one night and I like couldn't wait to like read the next one. So I'd wake up early in the morning right when the library opened and go get it and continue my binging.
I think I only read to Goblet of Fire in like middle school or whatever. I got them at the Scholastic Book Fair.
I remember we had our book fairs, and those would always be like
I like
the
shit
poster,
my pants.
the poster child for like just going to the book fair in the first place. It'd be like, we got the new fucking Harry Potter.
No, yeah.
And
I bought like Sim City from Scholastic Book Fair for computer.
Nice,
dude.
Every time I went to the book fair, all I would buy were like the tiny toys they had, and sometimes the Star Wars magazines
or pens. Do you guys remember
pens for sure?
Far Side comics is what I got.
Light up pens,
jelly
pens.
rolls,
gel pens. My brother used to draw these like
Those
crazy tessellation drawings, like super intricate repeated pattern shit with gel pens.
Gel pens,
gel pens, dude.
I want them.
What
back.
the fuck was it? Every girl had their fucking
like
name written in
color.
that stupid bubble font that every girl knows how to do. On the on their folder, history.
Yeah.
I remember when
self-expression.
I remember when girls started putting like instead of dotting their eyes, they'd draw like
a
little circle or a heart or a happy face.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And I had teachers that would like mark them off for every time they did that.
That's just so like
assholes. Oh my god. That was my favorite part. Is just drawing everywhere on my notebook.
Yeah, that's how I failed every class, is because I didn't do it.
Especially the cardboard back to like my notebook. I would do different like cartoon characters.
Oh,
and
like
then
the
just
back of
sometimes like this kind of stuff. Like
it's going to be
composition.
around for what, like 6 months at least, so you've got that much time to.
And when I'm
that
not,
shit,
when I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, if it weren't for the sides of math homework, I wouldn't draw as much as I do now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like.
Wait, seriously, there's a lot of graphic artists in the making when they draw all over their fucking, like, really good stuff, and then the teacher will rip it out and be like, this is a fucking homework.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, they're right, but
it's even worse if you don't actually do any of the
warrant
work
ripping my pages out. I have a terrible story about having pages ripped out of my my notebook.
Of your heart?
Of my heart, yes, of my heart.
So what happened?
It ended with me crying. That's...
Most of your stories
Is that a
do.
tease? That's true.
That's a lot of my stories too.
No, what happened was we had this substitute teacher that became like a borderline permanent teacher, but she did not. Anyway,
she hit you?
So she was there for a while.
She was there for about 3 months, substituting for I don't know who actually. I forget who she was even replacing. Anyway, she was my English teacher. We were in 7th grade and we were all just shitheads. I was a shithead. I was a shithead just because I was surrounded by them, and I was like, if I stick my neck out and actually care about the work, then I'm gonna die. So what I have to do is not care, so that everyone will think I'm cool and I'll fit in with all my peers. Anyway, every class we would just not listen to the teacher. And I know everyone says that, but we would turn our desks into a circle, and then she'd be like, okay, I guess a circle's okay. And then we would just start talking to each other.
Very disrespectful.
Yes.
That's like the shittiest thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We wouldn't even acknowledge her authority at all. Anyway, she would eventually, about 5 minutes would go by in class, and she'd be like, okay, I guess they're not listening to me. And then she'd just go back to her desk and get on the computer. And, so we would just all talk to each other, and the point of the notebook and having those pages ripped out was me and my friend would just draw cartoons like in pages of our notebooks and nothing else. And I had English written on the front of it, and it was just cartoons. Anyway, finally the substitute teacher leaves, like after like a couple months, and my real teacher comes back. And I'm in the front of the class, and we can't turn our tables in a desk or in a circle anymore. So she eventually just sees my notebook and is like, what is that? And I was like, it's English homework.
It's the Hairclub for movies. Hairclub for movies. We watch the movies, 'cause it's Hairclub for movies.
Wow.
Tranquil. Huh?
So was that it?
Yes, that was it.
That was fucking a long story that went nowhere.
So your English
So
teacher
we did this shitty thing to our teacher, and then we couldn't do it anymore.
Just telling a story. We don't have to pay attention to that. It's being recorded.
No, I'm not saying that.
Is a long story never allowed?
If it's good.
Okay, it was going somewhere.
It's all about the payoff.
The payoff is what got cut off.
Well, that was sorry.
The payoff, the whole reason
sorry to be a tease.
Is no longer.
This is the Hair Club for movies.
I'm
Drewby.
I'm Michael.
I'm not gonna say my name.
This is.
Okay.
I'm not saying my name.
This is our friend Farty.
Farty.
Oh Jesus.
That's a great name, Farty the Frog. He's an a cartoon frog named Farty. Farty McAllister.
Coffee was a bad choice.
I
want like juice or
So this week it was my choice, and I chose the Alfred Hitchcock film North by Northwest.
Did they ever make a porn that was called Hitchcock, but it was a parody of Hitch, the Will Smith movie?
Oh, geez.
But it's called Hitchcock.
That'd be good.
So, can we just jump right to the end
Hitchcocksies.
of this movie?
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to focus on this one bit of the movie.
No, it needs to be talked about.
That's all.
We can't talk about this movie,
Okay.
any part of this movie, without addressing this first.
So what happened?
It's bullshit.
The end was just takes the cake for the worst fucking ending in any
Well,
movie.
but I try to put it in the scope of like these things hadn't been done in 1959?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, they probably fucked people up.
Yeah.
When people went to see this movie, their mind got blown probably, like Inception style.
Yeah.
But people weren't taking he was making fucked up shit. Like that was a fucked up movie. You know what I mean? Not like
yeah.
People would be like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was making me anxious when, in the beginning, no one was fucking listening to him. Not the people who captured him, not the people who were trying to help him, not the police.
His mom is one of my favorite parts. She's so fucking funny. I love it.
I hate movies where it's like, I've said this before, like this no one believes me. Like no one believes what you're saying. It's like it makes me fucking stressed.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like in the story and that's happening, I'm like I want to like just turn it off because it makes me so anxious.
Yeah. Did you guys it was your first time seeing it. Did you catch why they mistook him for the secret agent?
Yes, I did. Well, wait, no. I knew that they mistook him for
I guess
a fictional
it's very
character
subtle, but
that was made up.
You kind of have to rewatch it. So the two cronies of the bad guy
show up to the hotel.
They show up to the bar where Thornhill has just sat down, and Thornhill is talking to his friends, and he says, "I did something really stupid. I have to go call my secretary because I told her to call my mom, and my mom's not home, or something like that."
Okay.
And meanwhile, Van Damme's men, the bad guy, have gone to the front desk of the hotel and asked for the hotel to call what's his name? His like alter ego.
Oh. John Galt.
No.
Shit.
Damn it. It's like Dave.
George Kaplan.
Yeah, okay.
And so at that exact moment, Thornhill stands up and walks to the desk to make a phone call. So they think he has responded to the name George Kaplan. That's it. And they put a gun to his side, and they're like, "You're coming with us.
Okay.
We're gonna kill you in the weirdest way possible tonight by making you drink bourbon and then drive a car off a cliff."
Well, you know what? That's actually pretty foolproof because during an autopsy they'd be like, "This guy was driving drunk."
Yeah.
And he drove right off because the alcohol would still be in his system.
Right.
It was pretty brilliant because then he also couldn't defend himself when he was trying to like prevent his own death.
Yeah.
But somehow he managed to drive drunk because
they didn't show
drinker.
the scene where they were making him drink though.
It would
that would not be just not open your mouth. Maybe they put a gun to his head or something.
All they had to, have you seen fucking what happens in Guantanamo Bay?
I've never been there.
No, I couldn't say that I have.
Okay, well anyway, I'm not saying
I'm aware.
I usually vacation in North Carolina.
There are
what?
Shut up. There are videos of people demonstrating what it's like to get waterboarded and what it's like to get force fed.
Right.
All they would have to do is just fucking
get a tube,
ass rape him with like soaked like washcloth on a stick, soaked in bourbon, and then yes, he would be there.
Fucking.
They didn't want to show that on screen.
Yeah, what's his name? Oh shit. Lars von Trier presents North by Northwest. Is that reference lost on you guys?
I don't like Lars von Trier.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
His movies are hard to watch. Antichrist was fucking.
Well, okay.
Fucked up.
I'll say that my favorite.
The ending. Wait.
Okay, yeah. Let's go back to the ending.
I think you guys are being a little harsh. Nope. I don't know what else you think you wanted accomplished in the ending.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping she would die.
Imagine.
Okay,
no. That's not why I hated this ending. What really? Okay. So imagine. Okay, The Godfather. Let's take The Godfather.
It wrapped up. It concluded the story well.
No.
And very brevity.
Shut up.
The key to godliness. I think he managed to wrap it up in 5 seconds.
Can you imagine if The Godfather...
A lesser director... I haven't actually seen The Godfather, so...
Are you kidding?
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Don't fucking joke around.
That's not a joke. No.
You really? You haven't seen it?
I have zero interest.
No.
You have zero interest?
Yeah.
Well, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's too much of a tangent.
All right, let's take...
Let's end your viewpoint.
Jesus Christ. Let's take Star Wars. You've both seen Star Wars, and I know you both have.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
A War in the Stars.
I've never
That's
seen
ridiculous. Okay, continue.
Is it about astronauts?
I'm not going to continue.
Oh, is it Space Cowboys? I love Clint Eastwood. We can talk about Clint Eastwood all day.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Continue your story about this. About the end. We'd be pissed if Star Wars ended like that.
You guys,
and everything's fine.
You guys were both so angry about the end of this movie. You texted me immediately and said, "What the fuck, Michael?"
Yeah.
So I was
like, okay, whoa, and then it was like, wait, what the fuck? What? I felt like I was ripped off. Like, come on. I felt like.
Yeah.
Felt like I was.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's my favorite part of the movie, but I don't think it's that bad.
But it didn't ruin the movie. I liked the movie, but I was just like, what?
It's so you know, okay, you know
You're
me.
pissed. You're pissed.
Yes.
You're pissed.
The last part of the movie matters in every movie.
Sure.
I don't know what the point of telling a story is if the end is that.
Yeah.
But the end was fine. The ending was like he.
No,
caught
the
I mean,
ending was not
you
fine.
realize that he saved her and that how they got away, but
They
how?
got away because all the bad guys are dead, and the authorities, the park rangers, were there to. They shot the guy.
It was leading to a great
You could have done all
ending.
that in 5 minutes.
I'm not saying
Or
she
not
had to
even.
die. I'm
yeah,
not
but
saying
they
what.
didn't have to.
I'm not saying
No,
what
not die, but I'm
conclusion
saying,
was.
yeah, they could have showed what actually happened in a brief. I don't know, just as
I think,
understand that it's like he was trying to like, ooh, he knew it was like, you know what, we filmed this, I'm just gonna not show it.
I just think the happy
Just gonna cut
ending
it
is
out.
kind of boring. Like if you can imply, like, look, it's fine. They
Yeah.
got the bad guys. They're safe now. And we're going to jump to a scene where they ride a train together to reenact like where they met, and then that's it.
I hate.
No.
I kind of. I don't like even that. That's how it ended. I wish something bad happened
Yeah,
because
I mean
That's not why I think it's a bad ending. I don't care that that she lived and that they lived happily ever after, but don't jump from the climax to the end. There's no conclusion. It's just. It's like they might as well have
You like
clinked
to be-
glasses
you like
and
to
been
be
like,
cuddled
that
for
was
a
a
little
close
while.
yeah, I was
one.
gonna say
Climax.
it's like you're about to come and then like you're like, okay, I got it, but then it sneaks up on you and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to. Fuck.
I didn't even cherish that
Didn't
moment.
even
God
have to
damn
get
it.
to focus on it. That's
If I
what
have
it's
to
like.
explain why that was a bad ending, then I don't know who you guys are.
I just want you to defend your point of view.
I'm trying to.
This is opinion
It's not
court.
worth it.
Opinion court is in session.
It's not worth it anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me go over my notes. Oh, the first note I had was fucking Saul Bass.
Mm-hmm.
He.
I love Saul Bass.
Yeah, I didn't know. I guess I knew he did Hitchcock stuff, but
Yeah.
like title sequences and shit like that. But I looked him up and he did the AT&T.
Yeah, he's
logo
one of the best,
And United Airlines.
Did he do the opening? Is that what
He
you're
did the titles, I guess, and
Yeah.
like maybe some art direction and storyboarding. I think is what I read.
Oh, cool. Because there are a few scenes that are stylized much
That's
like the opening
that's another
credits.
that there's like a top down scene.
Yeah, outside the UN.
Like I couldn't figure out.
It's great. Yeah.
I know that I think they might have done. There's like a thing where you film one thing, and then you film another from like that's how they did a lot of show like giants in old movies.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they would film one thing that's
Like
like close,
double
and
exposure
then yeah,
almost.
Yeah.
they do a process and like they put the two pieces of film together, so it becomes one picture.
Yeah.
So that one shot from the top of the building where he's running out to the car, it's like it looks crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how you even do that. I love some of the shots in this movie are fucking
Have you guys seen
crazy.
Mad Men?
Yes. I
The
love that.
opening is based directly on the title credits.
Mm-hmm.
And the opening song to Mad Men is done by RJD2, Columbus's own.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never watched a single episode.
I think it's great.
If you're gonna watch Mad Men, watch the first
He's
season.
also
and
in
second
advertising. Thornhill was
Yeah.
in
Right.
advertising.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's actually I was gonna say that this movie is very Mad Men-y.
Stylistic.
Yeah.
As fuck.
Well,
But
it's-
that goes along with the whole with
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? There's a whole
Yeah.
Mhm.
thought process there.
And in Mad Men, he's taking on a false identity.
I know that's what I was about to say. That,
Oh.
like, it's got a lot of parallels. I mean, Mad Men has a lot of parallels to
Yeah.
North by Northwest, not the old.
Just like nods. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not.
Who's
I
the
guess,
creator of Matthew
inspiration.
Weiner?
Yes.
Sure. It's a no-brainer. Zing!
One of my favorite lines in this movie.
Oh,
my,
shit.
My roommate was watching it with me, and he'd already seen this movie, so he was just like enjoying me being exposed to it the first time. But I think Thornhill was talking to the FBI or the head dude who was like in kind of masterminding, catching the bad guys. Anyway, I forget his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, at the table?
Yeah,
Van,
yeah.
well, that
Van Damme.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah. Van Damme
that
was the guy
one
who was
scene
trying
that's
to get
fucking
caught.
just a big chunk of exposition where they're sitting around that fucking
Yeah.
table.
But Thornhill was
that.
like, I have a secretary, a bunch of employees, and a few bartenders that depend on me. And I don't know, I thought that was really funny.
He's a clever guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, speaking of favorite lines, my favorite line, I wrote it down. They're on the train. Kendall says, "I'm a big girl," and he says, "In all the right places." But then later on, near the end, he says something about I'm a big boy. But she doesn't say anything, but it's implied that she's thinking
she was like,
in all the right places.
Yeah.
I I don't know if that was intentional, but
it's pretty raunchy for back then.
Yeah. But it's like,
that's
it's
a good,
clever.
you don't have to say it.
It's not like,
it's,
but I was like, oh shit, that was fucking sly as
you
fuck.
make the audience think about it instead of like having to say it.
There were a lot of like clever little zingers or like little turns of phrases and shit.
Also, this movie was really, it was just a really interesting story up until like the moment you actually find out why the confusion is happening. It's like, oh, okay, these guys created this character and it was just a simple mistake. I thought it was going to be much more complex, like,
oh shit, dude.
I thought it was going to be much more complex, like why there was this other person and who he was.
That is...
And I thought maybe that person was going to like come into play, especially obviously during the plane scene.
Yeah.
I was like, is he gonna fucking meet this person finally?
Well, I love that the whole reason he gets caught up in this is like it's arbitrary.
Yeah.
Like it has nothing to do with
you find out that it's later in the story.
I think that's better.
That's
something
very
else is
silly
going on.
mistake.
It has nothing to do. Yeah.
But then he does some things like goes into his hotel room, answers calls.
Yeah, where you're like, no,
and it cements like their misconception.
Even when he's like, it's the phone's ringing and he's in there with his mom. Which why is his mom just hanging out with him like doing this? Like, go home, Mom.
I think they had plans, and she's the sort of person that was like, well, if we're not going to lunch, I'm going to go with you.
Fuck that.
Wherever you're going.
I'd be like, Mom, go fucking somewhere else. I gotta deal with some shit.
Before they even introduce the mother, one of my favorite lines is when he's drunk at the police station, and he is having trouble with the phone. And he has a sergeant help him, and he's on the phone with his mom. He never hears his mom's voice, and he puts down the phone and says, she wants to know what your name is. And he says, Emil Klinger. And then he picks up the phone again and he says, his name's Emil Klinger. No, I didn't believe it either.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every time I watch the movie, I wait for that part.
It was really good.
He's a really funny drunk, too.
I liked that about this movie too, because this very like dramatic thing happens to him.
Yeah.
And he gets really drunk, obviously, but then it's like this big sketch of him with the police, and like it's about like 5 minutes of just comic relief.
I think it needs that, especially for
no
that
story
audience.
progression either. Yeah, it's just him dealing with the cops.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
There's a break because it gets heavy. If it was intense the whole time, you wouldn't time to breathe or whatever.
Well, at least maybe audiences back then. I don't know.
Well, I think it's all the time. Because sometimes you can get barraged with too much bad shit, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think, especially, I know you hate horror films,
Pacing,
but like horror filmmakers, they know there's like a breaking point, and they need. They can't push people too hard, or else.
Well, in horror films, it's like you'll have terrifying things happening, but you also have to take a break for storytelling.
Well, this is a thriller. It's essentially a real life horror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's.
Oh well, I actually know. Especially when he goes to the United Nations, and he's talking to, the guy that Russian spy was pretending to be.
Yeah.
And he gets
Townsend.
Townsend.
The actual
Townsend. He gets a knife in the back.
Oh yeah, dude!
And I hate how he grabs.
I was like,
and it's like what? Like instant pose to where it looks like he just stabbed him. Like, why would you go grab it and then grab the knife?
Well, that's not unbelievable. He was shocked and was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
But what's unbelievable for me is the fact that no one else saw a knife fly across the room.
Yeah, no one was paying attention to him.
Yeah, somehow that just didn't. No one saw that. I get that the dude was kind of sneaky. He had like the gloves on, so his fingerprints weren't there, and he was like around the corner, so he could have disappeared really quickly. But the knife flying through the fucking air, someone would have seen that.
If you watch it too, the knife just goes like straight into it.
Doesn't you don't see it.
Yeah, you kind of see a little, like you see. Oh, maybe you don't.
No, you just see
then he just has.
He's at the edge of the screen, and you see him go, and then he like falls forward, and that's when you see.
There was a part where you saw it just like kind of barely go. I don't know, whatever.
No, because if you did, I wouldn't have had that like surprise reaction.
Yeah, I guess he just turns around and
like, what the fuck kind of face is that? What is he doing? You're right. I am this person, or like. I thought that's what he was reacting to, and then all of a sudden there's a knife. I was like, oh, that's why he's making that face. Okay. Also, the girl shooting Thornhill with the gun, And I kind of knew that it wasn't going to kill him because when the dude had him on the floor and he puts his hand under him and he takes it out and he looks at the paramedics and like shakes his head. I was like, "There's no blood on your hand. What are you doing? Why?"
But that could look like
them?
he's dead.
Oh, okay.
Not going to make it.
Yeah. But it looked like he was looking for blood or like he was trying to.
Yeah.
He did the show of his hand to the camera as if there was blood on it. And I'm like, "There's no blood on your hand."
I guess I don't remember that.
I was like, "What is that?"
I will say I love this movie, but the part that takes place near the monument at the end is kind of awkward. I feel like it's just not as
on top of the
all of that. And I read in the trivia that Alfred Hitchcock got permission, or he didn't get permission to film there, and he also didn't want to associate the monument with violence. So they almost never show violence. Like you don't see the faces while something violent is happening on it. You only see like the tops of their heads while they're like.
Can we talk about
Yeah.
how strange a thing the fucking Mount Rushmore is? Like
It is
we
weird.
carved our president's faces into the sides
of a
of
cliff.
a fucking mountain cliff. Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
no, it's like
Actually, if it would have happened anywhere else, not on the Black Hills, because do either of you know the significance
That's
of the Black
racist.
Hills?
No.
No, it's not
that's
racist.
why. 'Cause
Well, it's racist.
they build it on a black hill.
No,
like
it's just
all
like-
of America built on the backs. Of,
The Native American community like sees that. Imagine someone carving like the Russian star like on the face of the Statue of Liberty. That's what Mount Rushmore looks like to the Indians.
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're doing that big some fucking chief into that side of that huge
Where's
mountain
this?
cliff, and I don't know. It's huge.
Oh, okay. Like another
something
monument
horse.
to.
Their name is something crazy. No,
Crazy
not
Horse.
crazy. Horse.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Crazy Horse is an actual person.
There's a huge fucking in progress thing of just his face, his profile. Well, he gets his whole face, but you see
that's cool.
but it's like been in progress for. I mean, it takes forever to carve shit into
hell yeah.
mountains.
Yeah.
That like have
Well, they never
lasers.
really finished Mount Rushmore. They were going
Right.
to do more of their bodies, but they only got their faces.
What a strange combination of presidents too.
Yeah, it does jump a lot of time.
It's Jefferson, Washington,
And then
Lincoln, and Roosevelt.
Yeah.
It's like
I think
we're not like stoked on too many in between those.
Well,
two,
no,
I
I
guess.
mean,
They're-
it makes sense because those are the most notable.
they're universally.
it's just a big
approved
gap
of. It's not like
especially between like Lincoln and Roosevelt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, not as much as you would think.
I guess
Lincoln
just
was
seems
during the Civil War, obviously,
and Roosevelt was during
Roosevelt was
First World War.
Teddy Roosevelt was the guy in there, right?
Yeah, glasses,
and
mustache.
Yeah. So he was the muckraker. He was like during Great Depression era.
Oh, yeah.
But actually, no,
I guess
before
that's not
before Great Depression.
Too much.
Like so, 1910 through 15.
It just
maybe
seems. I guess
early
it just
1900s.
seems.
So it was about like 30 or 40 years.
Yeah, he just seems like a more modern president than Lincoln, you know. But I guess
Perception
not
wise, he is because Lincoln existed like right when photography was kind of.
Well, sure, I guess that has to do
and
with
then
it.
Teddy Roosevelt was president when it was established, and like lots of pictures were happening. Yeah.
It just seems. I don't know. I guess it's not that odd, but it just seems. I don't know, weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird that we fucking are. You know what? Fuck these mountains. You know what they need?
What?
Fucking big ass American presidents on them because
We're good. Let's improve.
we own this shit.
beautiful
We earned
landscape.
it. So.
Well, it's an incredible thing that happened. I mean, a dude with not that much technology did that.
No, I mean it's
With a
an
team.
amazing accomplishment or whatever, but
Yeah.
like the fact of the content, the fact like we couldn't think of anything better
Well,
than some president faces.
America.
This is a
What?
model of what it was supposed to look like.
I
Oh.
see. Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Is that
Ah,
weird?
it doesn't. That's unnecessary.
It's a little creepy with just the faces.
Well, I imagine that just coming to life though. That's scarier. They would just be dragging themselves.
Like Evangelion.
Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah,
Like,
Ghostbusters 3, that's what happens. Spoiler, I got a copy of the script. All the ladies attack. That's actually pretty fucking terrifying because they
Yeah.
don't have legs, so they would just be using their arms. Somebody finishes in the future, somebody finishes Mount Rushmore, just their arms, and then they get possessed by fucking...
Yeah.
And they're just dragging themselves, just killing people
That'd be a good
with their
Hitchcock
giant... Hitchcock presents
Giant
North by
people.
Northwest 2.
Giant people.
Attack of the Presidents.
Northwesterner.
I don't know. Just the West.
The
West.
The West.
So the lady that plays Eve Kendall, Ava Marie Saint, is still alive at 92 and acting.
She's still acting.
What was she in?
She was recently not that recently. I guess it was 9 years ago in Superman Returns. She played Martha Kent.
Shit.
Really?
She also went to Bowling Green, another Ohio. Yeah.
Oh.
PG.
Cool.
I know a couple people that play
I thought that was.
I don't know shit.
I think my favorite part of this movie was actually the moment when you hear the gunshots in the house. Okay, this is when the plane has landed. Everyone's about to leave, and you know he's being held at gunpoint in the house, and you just hear 2 gunshots in the house, and I thought he died. I was like, is this movie gonna be that fucking dark? But he runs out, and I'm like, how did he get away? And then he comes back and he's like, it took him 5 minutes to realize that was the same fucking gun that had blanks in it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. I like
that was a good, like, little...
And it all kind of makes sense, too. Like, the cook wouldn't have a gun, but she found a gun.
But she found a gun.
And she's going to defend her employer if she can, and then...
Yeah. Everything made sense there. I was like, oh, that was really cool.
Yeah.
It made sense that he got away, and it made sense that he was held there in the first
place. And he was able
to
clue Eve into his presence with the...
Oh, his match.
Which was fucking matches.
No,
I was like, when the dude picked him up, though, I was like, ah, shit.
But you wouldn't...
Like, the smoking tray was right there. He thought it was just act by coincidence.
And why would anybody be... Like, why would that raise suspicion, just a matchbook that says ROT on it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was very clever.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Also,
I
like found what the O stood for.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's cool.
No, he says it doesn't stand for anything.
Oh.
And that was a reference to, like, someone that was a part of the film has a middle initial that doesn't stand for anything.
What's the dude that's on the Futurama? He works on Futurama. It's something.
Mike Judge.
No.
No.
It's David X something.
Yeah.
Oh, Cohen.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
And I always wonder if his middle name is Xavier or.
When it comes to like the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild, you can't like enter it if you have the same name.
And it's Cohen.
Like Michael B. Jordan, I'm pretty sure he calls himself that because Michael Jordan was in Space Jam.
Yeah, exactly. I think I said that on this podcast. Yeah. Because he's not only Michael B. Jordan, like the second Jordan, but he's not A. Jordan. He's fucking B. Jordan.
He's B-list.
And also, that sets him up to play Michael Jordan in a biopic, because then Michael can be Jordan.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why I used my Drew B. Because
Drew can be Hall.
Wait, yeah, B doesn't stand for anything.
Yeah, it doesn't stand for anything.
Yeah, how come we didn't talk about that?
Bitch baby.
Your mom called.
She hated me, man. Like I was just an aggressive in the womb, and she's like, "Yeah, little bitch baby,
like,
bitch ass baby."
What's that commotion? Oh, that's just a fucking bitch.
What, you have a baby? Yeah, he's a bitch.
He's a little bitch. It's in your stomach. How do you even... he's a fucking bitch.
Won't shut up.
Crying all the fucking time.
Oh, my God.
Little bitch. Oh, speaking of the getting shot. Okay, there's a scene where they're in that forest.
Yeah.
And fucking... I just wrote in my notes, rear projection. Because the amount of cool fucking rear projection shit. Like, we're in that... They're in that... the restaurant with with the big windows, and Mount Rushmore's in the background. That's all like a either rear projection or like a matte painting or something.
Well, they used to, and especially like Wizard of Oz, they would just
that's what I was gonna say. Like that's what the
large
forest,
paintings, which were so
when they're in the forest nowadays, people just go to a fucking forest.
Yeah,
but that's a set, dude. That's a fucking set. It looks so cool. Those fucking trees, and I love that shit. That makes me like. That's the shit that I like seeing in movies, because it's like that. There's every inch of this shot was made,
was planned.
Yeah, and you see like there's so much artistry in those minor details.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Like Mighty Boosh is one of my favorite things because they use a ton of rear projection shit. Like when they're in the car and shit. It's like, but it looks like handmade on purpose.
Well, I think it's called front projection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, rear projection, because you project from the back of like a canvas or something, so it's moving behind.
I guess you're right.
And you can see.
It couldn't be front projection.
Yeah, because then we're getting on top of you.
Everything.
Right.
You're right.
It's so simple nowadays, especially. But I don't know, just looks fucking cool.
So like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to. This is some interesting trivia.
Yes.
You guys know it was all shot inside.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of awkward. I've always thought it was awkward even when I was a kid because it seems like they're just in a giant dome the whole time.
Yeah.
One of the things,
lighting especially highlights the fact that they're indoors because the lighting does not go all the way back.
So have you ever
They
heard
did not light up the
myth
Yeah.
that a munchkin or an actor that played a
killed.
munchkin
Hung
himself?
Yeah.
This is like the snow.
It's like a
phase.
bird or something.
Yeah, and they released all these birds inside to make it appear more like it was outdoors.
They were crows.
And there's
I
like
think.
a pelican or something in the background that kind of looks like the shadow of someone.
But if you go to find a new copy of that part is cropped out. Like you can't either that scene or that it's not in there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. So
well, because
it
probably like, oh shit, that's fucked up. You know, so
that's what I mean. They obviously
eerily
knew that
like
there wasn't.
someone is hanging from the gallows.
But still, if you can find like an old copy on a VHS or something, then they're it's in there still.
Yeah.
Which it's like they're just walking and like I don't even remember what the scene is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's in the distant back. It's not like.
It's just like in the corner and just swings by for a second.
Yeah.
It's just
How fucked up that like that's the rumor. It's a bird actually, but you know what happened? Because it was some dudes just watching it and like you know what happened. Fucking Munchkin killed himself.
Well,
and that guy was like, yeah, my uncle was on the
Snow
set.
White and the Seven Dwarfs, like how each dwarf represents like a different stage of addiction or something like that. That's not like, oh, we figured it out. That's why they made Snow White. It's just you can do that with their names.
It's their archetypes.
It's just a matter of fact. Yeah, they're archetypes, and you could call it the fucking, Well,
they do that. They do that
depression.
with everything now. Like there's all these fan theories about because of the internet.
Yeah,
all these things are just.
It's because everyone can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
any three idiots can just buy a microphone and make a podcast.
True. Yeah. It's kind of fucked up because people
I'm not
used to have
spreading lies,
talent
though. I know.
back in the day to be broadcast, and now we're just some assholes can do it.
Proliferation.
God bless America.
No, I think about that all the time. Where no one is credible anymore because the process of getting your voice heard is no longer actually there's a long process of like figuring out if you have talent, figuring out if you have education, and then competing with other people to get in this spot where
if it's marketable.
Yeah.
Now it's just like who can make the most noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now credibility is not a prerequisite of having your voice heard, and that's why a lot of people are enraged on the internet because everyone's talking to
Not
each
just
other.
on the internet. The internet is leaking out into the real world.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'm saying on the internet
I know,
because
I know
that's
what
how
you're
the
saying.
voices are being heard.
Sure.
It's not like this is happening on TV. Well, actually it is. Never mind, it is. Reality shows and just anyone who isn't
one of those
a
things,
big enough idiot is now on TV.
Even if it's news now, it's like my first thing is like, is this real? Because I have to like the craziest shit can be.
Well, even news networks will cast at the bottom a live Twitter feed.
Yeah.
Like you can.
Yeah.
Let's
have other people doing the news for us.
Yeah, we're all just like fucking mainly. It's like the Matrix, man. Just all.
I think Ricky Gervais said something about like he hates when like news organizations do man on the street interviews, and he's like, I don't want to listen to the man on the street. There's a reason he's in the street. He has nothing to say. He's an idiot.
There's a reason he's in the street.
It's like, what did you think about this terrible thing happening? Well, I don't know. I've been here for 20 years, and it's just like what he's saying has nothing to do with the story.
My favorite man on the street is, I was gonna say "Bird Up" by Eric Andre, but I just remembered. Did you guys watch Adventure Time? Wonder Chosen?
No.
Oh man, it was a show that looked like a kid show. It's all puppets.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah, and it's just fucked up.
Yeah.
For the DVD came with a poster, the hang in there poster.
Yeah.
Except the main puppet is in a noose and it says hang in there.
Oh,
That's the kind of comedy. It's amazing.
Holy shit.
You would like it.
I'm sure I would like it.
It's fucking puppets.
The worst thing
which
about
is amazing.
fucked up puppetry, and I've talked about this
I know,
with the Dark
it scares
Crystal,
you.
It's because puppets are supposed to be like for kids, and
who says?
No,
well, that's exactly what this show
you know what I mean.
represents.
Like
Have you ever
it's
seen
more
Being
endearing.
John Malkovich?
It's more endearing towards.
He's a puppet.
Kids.
The one of the main characters is
John
an
Cusack.
aspiring puppeteer. Yeah.
Okay, let me paint the picture this way.
Anyways, point I'm
My-
trying to make is they
yes.
had a bit called Beat Kids.
No.
They were kids on the beat,
Yeah.
but the title was Beat Kids. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But it was a little kid going out and interviewing adults and like trying to make them angry and shit. I don't know. If you haven't seen it, it doesn't matter. So this is pointless that I'm carrying on this conversation.
Hair plug. It's a hair plug for
Hair plug, Wonder Chosen.
The show that's
That
no
now
longer on
defunct
the
show.
air.
Yeah.
Chosen.
Buy
Is
that
it
shit
like
on DVD.
SH or CH?
SHOWZEN, I
Chosen.
think.
All right.
C-H.
Chosen. Chosen.
I thought it was German.
Wander Chosen. Look at my puppeteerings.
Yeah. My puppeteers?
Geppetto. Is he German or Jewish?
Geppetto?
Italian?
No, it's Italian, yeah.
Yeah.
Jewish, German, Italian. It's all not
Pinocchio
American,
is
whatever.
definitely an
Yeah.
Italian story.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Sicilian.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what was the bad guy doing? What was Van Damme doing? Selling American secrets?
I didn't.
Yes.
Was it clear?
Yeah, he
Okay,
was
so
like,
he
selling
was-
them to the Soviets, right?
Yeah, he was
So
a
he's
Soviet
making
sort of
informant.
yes,
Informant.
and he had monofilament of some kind in that
Microfilm.
microfilm.
Yeah, in the Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they never said what
it
was
was.
on it or like
It's kind
how
of
it got
doesn't
there.
matter.
I know.
You
Yeah.
know.
I get it. Because that's not the important
It's
part.
the
The important part
MacGuffin.
is that he is
Yeah, the red herring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Alfred Hitchcock, he coined that term, MacGuffin.
the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
It's just like a thing that throws you off the.
It
Sick.
drives the plot forward.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
it means
a thing-
nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't
like
really matter.
Its
yeah.
origin is irrelevant. It's what
Fucking Rosebud.
Rosebud, yeah.
Rosebud. I've never seen that either. Citizen Kane.
I
right?
thought it was gonna
Yeah.
be something like the Maltese Falcon, like something of like.
Maltese Falcon's good. I almost picked that. Maybe
Really?
I will, yeah.
Okay.
We can't now mentioned it. If
No.
you mention it on the cast, you gotta
You
cross
know
it
what?
out.
I was listening to our older ones, and you guessed Chinatown for the
That's
Running Man, and
what
I didn't realize you did that. I just
Mhm.
liked that. I always wanted to see that movie.
It's a movie I've always seen like the poster of and the
Yeah.
DVD case of, and like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder what that is. And
Yeah.
then that's what I want this to be too,
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
opportunity to do that kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Well, I'm glad that whatever you chose for the quiz is something you didn't see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a segue?
I think it's a segue. I think
Whoa.
For the that's a good
What?
segue. Whoa.
Mama.
I think that's our I think that's our first segue too.
That's a good one.
Way to go.
Yeah.
For the quiz. Okay.
If that worked out pretty good.
Yeah, good for you. I'm proud.
Andrew,
Yeah.
if I get this, I'm picking the scariest movie I can.
Well, funny
You're
enough,
not gonna get it.
this movie is
Also, no, because Halloween's over.
well.
It's gonna have to be Christmas.
This movie,
scary.
on that note, this is a 2013 fantasy horror in quotations
Woo!
because
It came out in 2013.
Okay.
it's a horror. It says horror on the IMDb, but it doesn't seem that way really.
Okay.
Just
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Okay.
It's shot in black and white,
Mm.
2013. Okay.
Yeah.
No guesses.
I'm trying.
No, I mean, I'm trying to. I can
I
think of very
actually-
few black
the
and white films
tagline.
from.
The tagline is
recent years.
"Bad things happen everywhere." That's the tagline on IMDb at
It was
least.
shot in black and white.
Shot in black and white.
Was it real? Okay, I'm not gonna guess questions.
It was. I think it was shot in 2013, but released in 2014.
Okay. What year is it right now?
How am I not thinking of this?
2015.
Okay.
Normally I can remember.
Nearly 2016. Got about a month and a half to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it was filmed guerrilla style in Disneyland and Disney World without permission.
Oh shit! You told me about this, but I
Is this
completely forget.
Like Haunted Mansion or?
No.
Damn it! That you've given me enough
Shit,
information.
I don't think I've
I'm
even
glad you
heard of
haven't-
this.
I was
Good.
about to say
Good.
you've given me enough information to
Cool.
know that I'm not gonna guess this.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Um,
Wish I remembered. Damn it.
oh yeah, a different review I read said it's a black comedy.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, I haven't seen it. No guesses?
That's it.
Shit. Damn it.
If
So,
it came out that recently and I don't remember it, then yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
feel like
be able
I'm not
guess
gonna
it.
like pull the name out of my ass.
Yeah. You get a guess. I mean.
I already Adventures in Mouseville.
How did you? Really? That's your guess?
No. God damn it.
He's not gonna get it.
That's it. It's Adventures in Mouseville.
Oh god.
So it's the prequel to Mouse Hunt.
He's not gonna. He's not gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm not
All
gonna
right,
do it.
it's Escape from Tomorrow.
Escape from Tomorrow.
I would. Damn it. I would never have gotten it.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, "There's not."
So
that was not in
I
your
think
head.
we could watch the trailer after we're done recording, so you guys get a feel because I want to see your reaction about it. But
You've told me
all that I know is
described
that they went to Disneyland and Disney World and shot it illegally. They mic'd themselves and used recorder, one kind of camcorders, shot it in black and white. Yeah. But it's like a sci-fi movie. Apparently there's some kind of robotness in it. And yeah, it just seems crazy that they made a full-length movie.
What I was going to ask is,
it's only
was it released in theaters? Because if they did it without permission,
probably,
there's no way.
Yeah, it was probably in I'm sure they had to do something, like pay for something. Or,
I was about to say you would not.
Or maybe get sued, or maybe they just don't care. Whatever.
They're so strict at Disney World.
Yeah, well, I respect that shit. Like, you have the balls to go do a full thing and release it and get it done.
I like any sort of photography that is done where the photographer is not just standing where everyone else has stood. I like them going to places where they're either not allowed to be, or B, it's just really dangerous being there in the first place. I like that kind of photography.
Yeah,
whether it's film
capturing
or just,
moments, and you have to create a moment,
I like being taken to places where I don't think I'd ever be able to go.
Yeah.
Especially, it's more fun if you are someone who's taking the pictures too. I remember whenever I was in school, I had a photography class, and I remember whenever I, for some reason, had the camera in my possession, and I was actually looking for things to be photographed, I would just start jumping fences and climbing things. I'm like, okay, I'm finding something about myself where if I'm doing something that's towards a goal, I'm actually doing stuff I'd never have done before.
Yeah,
I'm not just gonna climb.
I mean, I've done that a lot.
Arrested
from
breaking a fucking leg.
Yeah, from skateboarding and doing graffiti and stuff. Yeah. If you find yourself in a lot of climbing into
it's gonna be
abandoned places,
or it's gonna lead to something that you actually want to see.
You go somewhere and you create art.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's the whole goal, and that's what drove me to do that.
I think that's the difference between photography and painting, because some people are always like, why is it's an old argument, but when photography came out, people were like, why are there painters anymore? We already have the ability to capture images. I think painting is introspective, and photography is actually going out into the world. It's like a different direction that images can take you.
Yeah, you're going out and interacting with the world as opposed to putting something into the world. You're taking something from it.
Yeah, it's an interesting...
Or adding something to it, with graffiti.
But what is otherwise just static images.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, do we have anything else?
Yeah.
About the movie? Besides the fact
so.
that the ending fucking ruined the rest of the movie.
Ending was fine.
Ending was not fine.
It's just abrupt.
It was abrupt.
That's all.
And it didn't ruin the rest of the movie.
Imagine that happening.
I don't think it ruined
Force
it.
Awakens.
Just
Imagine fucking we get to look like Luke Skywalker fighting Kylo Ren, and all of a sudden he's about to do the final Deathstroke.
Are they making another Star Wars movie?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Listen, if I have no problem with that kind of ending. I like a fucking twist ending, or gotcha. Like Christopher Nolan and M. Night Shyamalan. After watching this, obviously, I mean, but I hadn't seen a Hitchcock movie in a long time.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
That shit is straight up just pulls. They're just the whole what the twist? You know what I mean?
It wasn't a twist ending though. They ran out of budget.
No, Hitchcock had he had power and money.
It felt
like whatever the fuck he wanted.
It felt like that.
Sure. No, I think it feels like that.
They didn't spoon feed you.
I think it feels like that now.
I have to. Okay, wait. I have to ask now. Did you like the ending?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Oh my god.
I hate it when it's drug out. When they just
drug out.
They have to explain it.
A minute,
line by line.
A minute would have worked.
No, they didn't need
to. Andrew, when you make your movie, you'll be able to drag out the ending as long as you want.
I'm not dragging out the ending. There's a difference between having an ending and having no
ending. I think an implication's more powerful than
yeah.
No, there was.
I mean, I think that it was. It's annoying now that happened, but I think at the time it was because so many people have stolen that now. Yeah. Now it's a trope. Now it's like the end of that. What was that one show, Dallas or whatever, back in the day?
I haven't seen.
And it's somebody whoever gets killed, but then they wake up and it was all a dream.
That's upsetting.
Or like the end of The Sopranos,
No,
whatever, where it just ends and you don't know what happens.
I didn't like.
I haven't seen the end of
I haven't watched any Sopranos, but I'm just aware of these, things like that.
What was that? The movie about the TV show about the hospital where they
That's what I was
ER?
and it was all. That's what I was gonna say. It was all in his an autistic
Grey's Anatomy.
kid's mind. No, it was back in the day.
House.
No, it was like 80s or late 70s or something.
Was
that
that
what you're talking about?
Medical facility.
Children's Hospital.
What if there was a Willy Wonka movie, but it was about a hospital?
Oh shit! You mean Patch Adams?
Saint Elsewhere.
Saint Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It ended. It was all in
Never
like
heard of
it was like 6 years long, and everybody was pretty popular. In the last episode, it ends with an autistic kid staring into a snow globe that is the hospital building, and it implies that everything was part of this guy's imagination.
Yeah, I'm only aware of that because of like I Love the 80s or whatever, one of those fucking shows. That's the only reason I even know that fact.
I'm so surprised that you don't even find a thing wrong with the ending.
I just like arguing with you.
I know.
Can we talk about shitty
We had
endings?
this conversation before. What?
A shittiest, one of the best shitty endings to a show, which I haven't seen this, but I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
Again, Alf. You know the show Alf?
Yeah, you've told me about that.
Okay,
That's not a shitty ending, though. You told me that
it sucks, but it's fucking great.
It's cool as
Okay,
fuck.
so you know Alf. He's an alien, whatever. Eats cats. Yeah. A Jewish alien. I mean, he seems.
Yeah. The name and.
Yeah. But
place,
the end is it's like E.T. They come and capture. The government finds him and takes him, and they're about to kill Alf or whatever. It's a part of a 2-episode, whatever finale.
Yeah.
And they only showed the first episode. Mm-hmm. At the end, Alf is just captured, and the family's. It's like fucking Empire.
Yeah.
But that's it. They didn't show the second one. Because they were like, we're just not going to show it.
They just never released it?
They never released it. Maybe you can get it on DVD or something now, but at the time,
wow.
People were just like, oh no, fucking Alf is going to die.
Yeah.
And then they get no fucking anything.
And their imagination just leads them to think that he's just forever like in a
They didn't show the
facility
second
being
episode
tortured.
because they killed fucking Alf.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking awesome?
I guess how would you in that show?
I don't know, he gets away and goes home.
Gets away and goes, because wasn't he always trying to build a fucking... No, he was chilling. E.T. was trying to build it.
Yeah.
I never watched Alf, first of all.
It was before, it was just, I mean, it might have been going on
I think
when I was
very
really young.
Mm-hmm. I recognized the character.
I dressed up as Alf when I was like 2, though, for Halloween.
Oh, that's awesome.
I dressed up as a dog 4 years in a row.
Nice. Oh, no, I was
dressed up as an army man like 6 years in a row.
I dressed up as a werewolf 2 years in a row. My mom did like spirit gum, like the real on my face.
Damn.
It was like pretty legit.
Nice.
But I did it 2 years in a row because it was so cool.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty sweet.
All right. That's
Anyway,
pretty good. That's Halloween related. That's just happened a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, subscribe on iTunes.
With some more enthusiasm.
Look for us on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, I have something I can add to the YouTube.
Okay, good.
I have a few things.
Yes, you do. I told you to put that on.
You're a really great
I told you
dancer.
to put that on
Thanks.
YouTube,
Yeah. I have a lot of rhythm,
Yeah.
and
The weirdest thing was that there was no music.
yeah, it's in my mind, man. It's all up here.
That was awesome.
It's the Hair Club for dancing. Hair Club for movies. We also like to dance, and we also like to watch the movies.
I'm right about the ending. It sucked. That's all I want to say.
It was fine.
Yeah,
It was not
I mean, it was abrupt, but I'm okay with it.